right, good morning, everybody. I'm Anthony Hill. You're watching Top in the Morning on Friday. Thank God it's Friday, right? Glad you can spend some of your morning with me. We're covering some news, as you know. There we go. Here's what's making headlines right now, though. Oswego named a familiar face as the new athletic director. Plus, Governor Cuomo, you know that guy, right? Well, he made a stop on campus as part of his budget signing tour. And bird flu is back. Not here. We're going to talk about it in China. We'll have more in-depth look at your top stories in just a minute. But first, you want to know what's going on outside, right? That's why we're going to Molly Matat. How are you doing this morning, Molly?
And a very good morning, Anthony. I'm doing swell. I hope you're doing the same. Today is actually shaping up to be a pretty good day. Not necessarily as good as yesterday. We saw some really nice conditions yesterday, but we will certainly see just as good of a day. 39 right now outside, definitely substantial layer of overcast, but that sun, man, it is fighting to get through, and it will today. Real feel at 32 because of that wind out of the west at 10 miles an hour, and that'll persist pretty much throughout the day. Actually, the wind is a pretty substantial story today. Now, what we're looking at is that it's pretty breezy right now, and the wind is going to be probably the top story of the day. We're looking at sunny skies. But definitely some substantial winds, even up to 20 miles an hour, and that's sustained, not necessarily gusts. So for today, a chance of morning showers, mostly sunny, high of 42 today. Look forward to that. Get outside and enjoy it. And your 5-day forecast, what I want to look at is these clouds are going to start to build on Saturday, and the rain is going to start to make an appearance once again. But highs up into the 50s, which is finally back to seasonal. I'll have a full look at your forecast a little bit later in the broadcast, but for now, we're going to send it back to Anthony at the desk.
All right, thank you so much, Molly. So like I was saying, the governor of New York State took a stop right here. Seamus Lyman is the assistant news editor of the Osagonee newspaper. He joins us here live in the Outrigger 76 television studio. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So you covered it, because I saw you there. I was there covering it. You covered it. How was it as a reporter, though, to cover it?
It was a really cool experience. I mean, I can't really say that I've done anything like that this year at all.
Amazing, right? To cover the governor.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
All right, so kind of break it down for us. What do we need to know about, in layman terms, right? Because obviously a budget can be extremely complicated. Break down for us what we need to know about the budget, what's new about the budget,
Okay.
stuff of that nature.
The main three things that Governor Cuomo talked about was family first, then jobs with the economy, and then finally education. And with families, there's going to be middle class tax cuts that are going to save families a lot. And then for job-wise and the economy, they want to bring more businesses back into the state, which is something that has been a problem in the past couple of years, getting a lot of businesses leaving the state because of having the highest taxes in the country and other places too. So he really stressed that he wants to drop that down, and then also for education, going to implement teacher evaluations to help students rather than make teachers look good.
Cool. Also, I want to move on to something else. Oswego State names Susan Viscomi, am I pronouncing her name right?
I believe so.
As the new athletic director. This comes after Tim Hale unexpectedly retired right before the fall of the 2012 season. Okay, so she has a little bit of history with Oswego. She's not shy at Oswego at all.
I believe she was the head coach of the women's soccer team a couple years ago, and she is the athletic director at Hilbert College, just outside Buffalo.
For the people who don't cover sports, right? How significant is it, like, that we have a new assistant or a new athletic director? Like, what is the role of an athletic director?
They do a lot for the athletic department. There were 40 applicants for the position here, and they whittled it down to just her. So, I mean, it's really great that they really spend time picking who they want. So, she's going to do a great job.
And from what I heard, it was pretty competitive to get the job, too. All right, cool. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Thanks for having me again.
Thank you so much. All right, we're going to take a quick break. But first, take a look at what happened on this day in history. You're watching 10 News in the morning.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online, or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Welcome back. It's 36 minutes after the hour. Look what I have right beside me. Molly Matash, she covers weather for us. It's pretty nice out.
Yeah, actually, yesterday was a very nice day.
It was so nice.
It was great. It was warmer. I saw a couple people in shorts. You know who you are. Not yet. It'll come, I promise. Just wait a little bit. But today is shaping up to be a pretty good day, too. If you take a look at your current conditions, we're sitting at 39 for right now. But we're going to warm up into the upper 40s. But if you do step outside, it's actually going to feel more like 32 because of that substantial wind out of the west. And actually, those winds are going to be one of the main, not even really an inconvenience, but that's really going to be the only thing that makes this from being a perfect spring day. If we look at your regional radar, this line of storms has just pushed through. So we shouldn't really expect any precipitation today, but I'm not ruling out a shower this morning, maybe into 9 o'clock, but after that, really, nothing really too substantial. Temperatures around the state, we got a cool spot in Binghamton. You're just below freezing at 31, but you will warm up throughout the day. 37 seems to be the lucky number today for Watertown, Rochester, and Syracuse, as well as Poughkeepsie. Mid to upper 30s for the rest of the state. I almost said nation. I don't know why. I'm sorry. And 43 at New York City. So you guys are pretty warm right now. Now, what we want to look at today is that we're looking at some pretty breezy conditions. We have this high pressure system oriented over Maine, and that's going to have a lot of substantial breeze that's going to move into our area. We're going to have sustained winds, from 10 to even 20 miles an hour. So definitely look for that. But pretty much a great day. A chance of some morning showers, but mostly sunny. That's what we care about, is that sun that's going to come and warm up our day. Our high is at 42, but we want to make note of these winds at 10 to 20 miles an hour, especially off of the lake, as you saw in that graphic. It's going to move right across it, and it could even accelerate higher than that. Planning out your day for you, 39 at 8 o'clock again, maybe a chance for some showers. But look at these winds from 10 to 17 miles an hour by noon, especially off the lake, like I said. 40 at noon, clouds still pretty persistent, but we're finally going to clear out by 5 o'clock, high of 42 at around 2 or 3. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. These clear conditions are really going to continue. Low of 28, winds out of the northwest, still at 10 to 15. And for Saturday, again, clearing up to be a pretty nice day, sunny, but those clouds are going to start to build. And from the building clouds come these lovely spring showers, I guess. We're going to warm up into the 50s, as you can see, but the rain is going to start to make a comeback. And we're going to see some pretty wet conditions for Sunday into Monday, and I wouldn't rule out some showers on Tuesday, but definitely some sun for your week next week.
All right, thanks a lot, Molly. And from weather, we go to China, and this is why. Chinese authorities have killed birds at a poultry market in Shanghai as a new strain of bird flu spreads. Yes, again, well, at least 14 cases have been reported so far, and 6 people have died from the virus. All of them have been in eastern China. Officials in Shanghai say they will close all live poultry markets in the city. We're going to stay in that region. U.S. officials say North Korea could be planning a missile launch soon. A North Korean army official warned that the moment of explosion is approaching fast. The U.S. is transferring a missile defense system to Guam to protect its naval and air bases there. The governor of Guam said Kim Jong-un may be trying to finish what his father started. South Korea says Pyongyang has moved a medium-range missile to its
But, things have changed. This is a new fella. there's not much experience as to what is going through the mind of a 28-year-old authoritarian dictator. So I'm sure from the standpoint of a strategist in the United States and its allies, as well as the people of Guam, there's a concern on what this guy is thinking, why he's doing it.
Pyongyang says a medium-range missile, they have sent a medium-range missile to its eastern coast for test firing or a military drill. Now, the U.S. has already moved 2 warships in a sea-based radar platform closer to the Korean Peninsula to monitor possible missile activity. All right, so the stock market's about to open in another hour or so. Marissa Sarback covers business news for us here at WTOP. Good morning to you, Marissa.
Thank you, Anthony, and good morning to you. First, we're going to start out with some tips on how to invest post-fiscal cliff scare. Because of the increase in capital gains rate, it would be a better decision for investors to contribute to their retirement plans rather than buy and sell. For anyone over 55, you should be looking at making catch-up contributions. This will help you accumulate more assets for retirement. You still have the ability to contribute to your 2012 IRA until April 15th. John Sweeney of Fidelity Investments suggests that for 2013, you should consider dollar cost averaging into your IRA. This means that instead of making one large contribution at the end, you may want to make a lot of smaller monthly contributions to play with the highs and lows of the market. More than 2 out of 3 middle-class Americans have admitted to making at least one costly financial decision in their lifetime. More than half of these people admitted to having made more than one financial mistake. The average cost of these decisions came to an astounding sum of $23,000. If you are in this category, it's important not to dwell on these bad decisions. Laura Stover, president of Bryan, which is an Ohio-based financial aid retirement planning firm, says that much success can come from past failures. She recommends people seeking professional advisement and believes in empowerment through knowledge and education. It is important not to take any drastic measures with your next financial decision because of prior bad moves. You should not be overly cautious and avoid risks, yet do not make excessive risks to make up for this previous mistake. According to a new study by the New England Journal of Medicine, the cost of treating Alzheimer's and dementia in society has surpassed the cost of treating heart disease and even cancer. This overall price currently stands at $109 billion, and the study believes that the number will double in the next 27 years. The journal estimates that by 2040, it may reach an all-time high of $259 billion. The study claims that the cost of treating heart disease is currently at $102 billion, and cancer stands at $77 billion. The cost of formal care comes to a yearly average of about $33,000 for each patient with dementia. Both of those average costs and the number of patients suffering from dementia are forecast to rise in coming years. And that's all for financial news. Now back to Anthony at the desk.
All right, 43 minutes after the hour. Coming up after the break, we'll have John Mangello, he's a good guy, with your latest entertainment news and another look at your forecast with Molly Matat. Stay with us. You're watching Top in the Morning. It's Friday. Stay with us.
Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
right, 45 minutes after the hour is getting up to 9 o'clock, and we want to get you out the door, which means you need to know the weather, right? Molly Matad is here to help.
Need to know what you
out.
expect. Before we get to what's happening today, I want to get to what happened last night. I saw a lot of pictures of that great Oswego sunset. And what I want to show you right now is last night I tweeted out to my followers at Molly Tot. Follow me.
Just in case.
Just in case. I asked you guys for your sunset pictures, and actually I have one from at Demi Siskind, my fellow Laker leader. She sent me this lovely picture of the sunset right over the lake. I mean, this is something that I certainly have missed over the winter, and this is just a beautiful picture. If you have any pictures, feel free to tweet them to us, to me, anyone. We got to show people how great Oswego is, right, guys? All right, so for now, at our current conditions, we're sitting at 39 right now, a pretty substantial layer of overcast. That's going to start to clear out throughout the day, and we should see a pretty large amount of sun actually today, which is pretty nice. And we're actually going to be a little bit warmer than we expected, so that's a little added bonus. If you do have early class or decide to step out the door today, it's going to feel more like 32 due to that wind from the west at 10 miles an hour. Now your regional radar, these line of storms have just moved through our area. I'm not going to rule out a couple scattered showers into the early morning, probably not after 9:30 or 10 o'clock, but definitely look for that. For today, chance of morning showers, like I said, but mostly sunny. That sun is going to persist. High of 42 today, winds out of the west at 10 to 20 miles an hour. And actually, as we plan out your day for you, I want to talk about those winds. At 8 o'clock, a possible chance for some showers. At 39, winds at 10 miles an hour. Look as we move to noon, pick all the way up to 17 miles an hour, and that's coming off the lake. So definitely if you're walking to class on campus or just taking a stroll because it is going to be a great day, just be careful and grab that windbreaker or a pretty nice jacket. 40 at noon, moving to 42 by 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and start to cool off from there. But again, expect some sun today, a really great day overall. Tonight, those clear conditions persist. Partly cloudy, 28 degrees for our low, and winds out of the northwest at 10 to 50 miles an hour. Now tomorrow is shaping up to be another great day. Very sunny to start out, but clouds are going to start to build in through the afternoon. Our high of 43, though, a little bit warmer than today, and winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. What I want to do is look at your weekend. The jet stream is going to dip a little bit, and that's why we're going to see all these rain showers. This low pressure system is going to start to move through the area. This snow should hold off. We're going to be up into the 50s into Saturday and Sunday. So if any precipitation falls, mostly on Saturday probably, definitely expect some rain, not snow. Snow is done for now. But as we look at your 5-day forecast, Saturday and Sunday, Saturday looks to be pretty nice, but again, the rain moves in. But look at these highs into the lower 50s and upper 40s. That's actually more seasonal than what we've been seeing. So look forward to the warm-up, but the rain continues into Monday and Tuesday, and but definitely expect some sun on Tuesday, and I will send it back to Anthony at the desk.
You know, Molly, I don't mind the rain. I just mind the wind, and I feel like
Really?
I feel like when it's cold, and it's getting warmer, so it's not as bad, right? But I feel like when it's cold and you know, you add insult to injury when you have the wind kicking up and you have the wind tunnels on.
The wind is crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, I actually prefer snow to rain. Call me crazy, but rain can do weird things to your hair and your makeup. Snow just makes you look like a winter princess.
All right. Oh, wow. On that note,
There you go.
thank you.
You're welcome.
It's 49 minutes after the hour. All right. So, is living together the new marriage for women? That's the question. According to a new survey, it is. The National Center for Health Statistics, which is part of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, says nearly half of all women aged 15 to 44 years old cohabitated outside of marriage between 2006 and 2010. That's compared with 43% in 2002. The report is based on interviews with more than 12,000 women in that age group. The study's lead author says some of the reasons more people are living together is a delay in the age at which people are marrying and couples waiting for improved financial stability. Quite interesting, right? Anyway, take a look at this video out of Columbia, South Carolina, during WACH's morning news. A deer pig, whatever that is, jumped up and bit the camera, literally. Apparently, the new mama pig didn't take kindly to the camera getting so close to the baby. By the way, if you were wondering, the pig and the camera are just fine. So no letters at all. And now we're going to show you a package on a news report in regards to the governor coming to Oswego and signing the budget for the state. Take a look at this. I'm outside of Sheldon Hall on the campus of Oswego State, where New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo just signed the state budget. Now, this budget passed both houses in the legislature days before the April 1st deadline. Under this budget, taxes will be at its all-time lowest point in 60 years.
And the last thing we wanted to do was put any more pressure on New York families, any more pressure in terms of taxes, etc.
The governor also talked about the affordability of living. About 35,000 workers in central New York alone make less than $9 an hour. But this new budget raises minimum wage from $7.25 to $9 an hour.
If you work full-time at $7.25, you make $14,600 per year. You cannot live on $14,600 per year in the state of New York.
The governor also talked about the importance of investing in education.
Where we will fund our schools in this state at the highest level in history. This budget increases aid to schools by $1 billion.
Richard Stein is the president of the College Democrats, and he was just ecstatic to meet the governor.
It was interesting because there was a gentleman who was supposed to sit behind the governor who didn't show up, and they found a seat for me, and it was that seat, and so I'm sitting behind the governor and the president of the college, Deborah Stanley, and then Lieutenant Governor Duffy. I was starstruck, to be honest with you.
Governor Andrew Cuomo closed by saying he just wants to leave New York State a better place for generations to come. Reporting for WTOP, I'm Anthony Hill. All right, now we'll have a look with your entertainment news with John Mangello.
Why, thank you, Anthony. Good morning, everybody. 7 years, 3 months, and 16 days. That's how long Arrested Development fans will have been waiting for new episodes when the 4th season finally premieres on Netflix next month. The streaming and video rental giant has announced that the 4th season will become available as of 12:01 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday, May 26th. Originally, it was announced as a 10-episode series and then a 14-episode series, but now it is at 15 episodes and all become available at the same time. Just to get you even more excited, which you should be excited already, the announced guest stars include Seth Rogen, Kristen Wiig, and Conan O'Brien. And I cannot wait for this. It's such a great show. And now they say that Sunday night is the most important night on the television schedule, and this past Sunday definitely proved that. The Season 3 finale of The Walking Dead and the Season 3 premiere of Game of Thrones pulled in incredible numbers for both AMC and HBO, respectively. The Walking Dead finale broke records, with 12.4 million people tuning in to watch the hit AMC show. With that performance, the episode became the highest-watched drama show in cable history, and that's a fact. Game of Thrones didn't do too shabby either, garnering 4.4 million viewers at the exact same time slot. Now that is significant because it is on a premium channel, HBO, which does not come included with basic cable. After the episode premiered, the show was immediately renewed for a 4th season, and with The Walking Dead now done for the summer, the ratings should only increase. And Roger Ebert, the film critic who revolutionized the industry, passed away yesterday afternoon at 70 after a long battle with cancer. Ebert made film reviews mainstream with his instantly recognizable 2 thumbs up. Even after his cancer took his ability to speak, he continued to enlighten us with his words and his wisdom, publishing his highest number of reviews ever last year at 306. He posted a final blog post the day before he died, stating he was taking a leave of presence due to his health problems. To quote him, "What is a leave of presence? It means I'm not going away." Obviously, knowing what we know now, this is very sad. The last thing he said to us was, "So on this day of reflection, I say again, thank you for going on this journey with me. I'll see you at the movies." Thank you, Roger, for everything you've ever given us, and you will never be forgotten. And now, another bit of news I want to talk about, all of you, is Pixar announced a sequel to Finding Nemo called Finding Dory, and it's due to come out November 25th of 2015. Now, my question is, which movie that has been made that does not have a sequel do you guys want or think should have a sequel? I made a small list here. I'm just going to share them. There's 4 movies here. Who Framed Roger Rabbit sticks out. It's a classic live-action animated late 80s masterpiece. It's incredible. The Incredibles, which is probably the most easily made Pixar movie that doesn't have a sequel.
Definitely.
District 9, because it pretty much ended on a cliffhanger, foreshadowing a movie that hasn't even been announced, and Watchmen, which with a big graphic novel like that, I'm surprised that Watchmen hasn't come.
Yeah,
so
that's surprising.
those are 4 movies that I really like that I think can have good sequels, not just straight to DVD sequels like Disney makes. So
Oh, don't insult
Hey.
Disney.
No,
This is
they're-
my favorite, John.
they're great movies. I love Tarzan 2 and Simba's Pride. Those movies are they're
Lion
right
King
here.
1.5.
1.5. Yeah.
1.5. But those, I mean, it's kind of hard to make sequels with such huge movies because when you have such a huge success, you don't want to take away from it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's
Yeah.
really hard to make a really big
Sometimes you want to
successful
leave it
sequel.
alone, right?
Sometimes the movie's just, the
Don't wanna-
second one's never the same. It's not as good usually.
I'm a little nervous about Finding Dory because my favorite movie is Finding Nemo. I love it.
It's
You
I'm
don't
a
want
little-
them to ruin it.
I'm a little wary, but I'm excited
I'm
for.
excited for it
I'm a
too.
continued
Yeah.
storyline.
I'd have to agree with you on the Incredibles one. I'd really like to see an Incredibles 2. I'm obsessed with that movie.
Like-
I don't care if it's a cartoon.
Like it ended with mole people jumping out challenging the Incredibles to fight them, and then it just nothing's
was
come
it.
from it.
Whatever
Yeah.
happened.
Like I don't know what happened. Who's
Where are the
gonna
Incredibles?
defeat the Underminer now, people? I don't understand.
John, do you think that there's like a certain time when it's too late for them to make a sequel to a movie? Like, is there a time span? They have like 2 years or something, and if they don't get it in that allotted time, then that's it. There's no sequel.
I don't think there's a certain allotted time as long as there's still interest, you know.
Yeah.
And I think there's definitely a lot of movies that people are waiting for sequels. Probably all of these and a bunch of
Absolutely.
other ones.
All right, thank you
So-
so much, John. Thank you guys so much. That's going to do it for us this morning, though. Thank you so much for watching Top of the Morning Friday edition. Bye. We'll be right back. I keep thinking we're leaving. That's the second time I've done that.
We are the Tigers from Pet 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
The Oswego MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
I have no idea why I always do that. I
You always
I
do
always
that.
send it off before I'm supposed to. I don't know why. Maybe I'm rushing to go out. But what's the weather going to be like?
One last quick look at your weather, your class cast. We're going to start at 39. We're going to warm up to 42 by 3 o'clock, and then just got to come down for there. But definitely look forward to some sun today. Appreciate it. Do your running around. It's going to be a great day. Just a lot of sun.
All right. Thank you guys so much. All right, now it's going to do it for us. I want you to have a great weekend, a great Friday. From the journalists of 10 News, have a great weekend.